CHPTER77 Part 2. I love her. I love her. I love her. I thought, again and again. I was now sure that Miss Havisham wanted me to marry Estella. In the morning, as I took a walk through the village, I saw several people that I knew. I did not speak to any of them. However, I was too proud of myself and my new life. I also kept away from Joe, but feeling guilty that I had not seen him, I sent him a present before I left. On my return to London, I told Herbert about my feelings for Estella. I adored her before, but I adore her twice as much now. I said, "She will make you unhappy," he replied. "You should try to forget her." I knew that would be impossible. When Estella arrived in London, some weeks later, I thought once again that she reminded me of someone. But who could it be? I asked myself. Estella climbed out of the coach. In her new coat, she seemed more beautiful than ever before. She stood outside the inn while I brought her luggage to her. Then I asked where she was going. "I am going in a carriage to Richmond," she answered. "And you're coming with me. You must take this purse and pay for everything. We are not free to do what we want. You know, we have to follow our instructions." She did not seem annoyed that I was going with her. However, while we waited for a carriage to arrive, we went into the inn to drink some tea. The room that we sat in was dark and gloomy, but I was happy because Estella was with me. Then Estella told me that she would be staying with a wealthy lady who would be paid to introduce her to suitable people in London. "Do you like your teacher, Mr. Matthew Pocket?" she asked, after a few moments. "As much as I could like anyone who is not you," I replied. "You silly boy," said Estella. "How can you say that?" To return to Mr. Matthew Pocket, I am sure that he is a much better person than some other members of his family. They are Miss Havisham's relatives, you know, and they are jealous of you. I have heard them complain about you. But Miss Havisham refuses to discuss you with them, so they cannot influence her. A carriage soon arrived, and we set off to Richmond. On the way, we saw the walls of Newgate Prison. I told Estella that Mr. Jaggers visited his clients there, and knew all the secrets of that terrible place. "He knows the secrets of every place, I think," Estella replied. "I have known him for most of my life, but I know him no better now than I did when I was a small child." "How well do you know him?" she asked. "I have had dinner at his house," I said. "That must be a very inn."